It's Demi, and it's day 4 here on the Disney Wish. It is our final day because tomorrow we get up early, go to breakfast, and get off the boat probably by 9:30. So it's our last day. We are docking at Disney's private island, Castaway Cay. I'm going to give you a full tour of Castaway Cay, and then we're going to enjoy every second we can on that beautiful island. We're also going to be seeing the new reimagined Little Mermaid show here at the Walt Disney Theater. We're going to be dining at 1923 for breakfast and dinner, plus so much more. And on top of it, I'm going to be explaining how disembarking works because you're going to get a lot of information the day before you leave the ship and all the instructions. I'm going to go over that because it's a lot of things to do. There's tips involved, there's luggage tags and things to know. So hopefully this will help you when you are on the Disney Wish. So let's get into it. Let's do everything for day 4, our last day. I'm so sad we're leaving soon. And let's go get into some hijinks. I think we're here. Oh my gosh. It's so hot, but it's so pretty out here. There it is. I can't wait to get off and see it all. Okay, we are dressed for the beach in Castaway Cay. I'm so excited. This is my first time here. I got my Disney Cruise Line hat that I got at the outlets like a year ago. Finally get to wear it. But first we're gonna head on down to 1923 for breakfast because they do serve breakfast in the Roy Disney section from 8 to 9:30 daily, and we're finally up early enough to go experience it. 1923 is in the Grand Hall. We're actually gonna be dining here for dinner tonight. This is our last rotational dining, and we also have the Roy Disney section. It is so pretty in here. It definitely has a more like adult, sophisticated vibe, but this is a rotational dining and also available, for breakfast, and it's not like, a dress code or anything. Like, I'm obviously here in my like bathing suit. Our table is by the porthole. It's so pretty. Look how gorgeous the water looks. I can't wait to go explore Castaway Cay. Here is the Disney Cruise Line breakfast menu. Our server already brought us coffee and juices. They have cold cereal. They have like a chilled out section, like with some smoked salmon. That we're definitely getting that. Some yogurt, some oatmeal. We have a kids menu, fresh from the griddle, pancakes, waffles, a bunch of different eggs Benedict, hot cereal, omelets, and signature breakfasts. Southern hash, very French toast, a power crepe, additionals right there. What a really nice menu with a beautiful view. I really love all the artwork and animation on the walls. There's a lot of like Easter eggs throughout the entire restaurant. I'll do a full tour of it with my dinner dining review because we don't have that much time now, but everything looks so gorgeous. Oh my gosh, so our appetizer came, but then our server came and brought us pastries. She was like walking around to see if we want any pastries, and then all of a sudden, because we were talking for so long, all the rest of our food came. So first we have the smoked salmon, aka lox, with cream cheese, scallions, and capers. Our server was walking around with a tray of pastries, and so thank you. And we picked out a pineapple Danish, and then this is the southern hash. It's with eggs, chorizo, fresh potatoes, and jack cheese. I had to get me some Mickey waffles just because we're here, and look at the cute bowl and plate that comes here. They came with the syrup in a dish and they poured it right in. It looked amazing. And then finally, this is the very, very French toast. It's a brioche bread, cinnamon sugar, and then we got a side of bacon. So much food this morning, but we wanted to try a bunch of things, and I think we're probably going to try to fill up more on breakfast because from what we saw on the menu for Castaway Cay, it just wasn't like the, it's very like simple grill food, and I think we prefer this, and we're breakfast people for sure. Let's dig in. So the eggs with the chorizo has a lot of good flavor. That's pretty good. Mickey waffles, they always hit. They always hit. I really enjoy the French toast because when you add on the berry sauce and the whipped cream, it's excellent. That bacon, though, is like truly delicious today. And the salmon tastes pretty good with the cream cheese and the capers. I eat this like quite often being from New York. Bagels, lox, capers, and cream cheese. And it's pretty good here. Obviously not a New York bagel, but very tasty. Came down to deck 1. This is how we exit to Castaway Cay. We have to be back on by 4:45. We have to have our key to the world, our ID, and our, if you have a minor, an authorization form. No drones allowed, apparently. Let's go. Oh my gosh, we're here. And look at the ship. Oh, she's so beautiful. She looks so brand new. This is so gorgeous. When you get off, this is where you pick up towels, and they told me this is the only place to pick up towels. So I guess I'm carrying towels now. I guess that's something that, you know, people who have been here before know. Maybe bring like a bigger bag. All I have is a fanny pack. So, well, that's fine. I'm just happy to be here right now. It's so beautiful. So we're walking down the path. There's a post office here, a Castaway Cay photo op. Oh my goodness, you can see Rapunzel on the front of the ship. Look how cool that looks. I love it. Her hair is all tangled onto the ship. Here are photographers taking photos, but there's nobody else if you want to just use your phone to take photos there. So we came up on this deck here, and you can get a really good shot standing like right here. See, isn't it gorgeous? And this is such a great spot. So pro tip, come up here. This is the spot to take your photo. So they do have a tram to take you down to the beach. It looks like a nice walk, but since it's here, we're just gonna hop on. Off at stop 1, but they take you to all of the different beaches that are here, but I wanted to walk through and see everything. Oh, so this first beach has those stingrays, there's some boats there, and then to the right is Scuttle's Cove, which is like a kids area, and then Minnie's here. There's a line to meet her, but look how cute she looks in her Castaway Cay outfit. Then we have first aid, and then another very cool Castaway Cay photo op. Then we have some merchandise locations here and the restrooms. You can get merch, but you can also get stuff for the beach here, like toys and bucket and Castaway Cay specific shirts and other merchandise. Here's some of the t-shirts. They look so nice, but I just bought like 2 yesterday on the Wish, so I'm good. They also have drugstore items in here as well, including like diapers and feminine products. Here's the map for Castaway Cay. It is huge. That's why there are multiple tram stops. So we got on here and we got off on the first one, but you can take it to any of the other stops. They're listed in orange. So like I said before, those were the boats, and that is the boat beach. So you can rent boats over here, but over here in I is where you can do snorkel and tube and float rentals as well. And then K, which is here through here, is the Castaway family beaches, but then we go all the way over here, and this is Serenity Bay, the adult-only beach. I walked down. This is the family beach. It is beautiful here. There's lounge chairs and hammocks, and there are life vests on the beach for kids. Oh, and then to the right, first we have an ice cream station. I think it's early, and I think they'll open up probably around 11, like the other ice cream on the board. And then over here is some fresh fruit that will open up soon, smoothies, but then in the back is Cookies Barbecue. This is the first Cookies Barbecue that we'll see, and this is the quick service here. Then across from Cookies is the Conched Out. This is a full service bar. Some more restrooms, and then we have In the Shade. Here is where they have some games. There's pool, there's the giant checkers, there's basketball, there's checkers that are on your table, and there's ping pong over there. Across from In the Shade on the family beach, you can go across, you swim across there, and there's like a little jungle gym play area. There's even like a monkey bars thing over the water that is so cool. And right after that, there is a station for hair braiding. Then we have another merchandise location, Bahamian Retail, Arts and Crafts. Another bathroom, but we're gonna head this way. And you can see this is where the tram drops you off to. It's not a far walk at all though from that first stop. So this is Pelican Point, where it drops you off for the stop 2. And over here we have a merchandise location. Summertime Freeze. Look, Olaf is on top, and here you can get some frozen beverages. And then Olaf's Sipper. And look how cute he is. And apparently there are Sven ones, but they're not here today. And there's an Olaf photo op. Next we have flippers floats, and this is where you can get your snorkeling equipment, vest, flippers, and snorkel mask. You can book this, I think, ahead of time because it says prepaid tickets over there. And then over here is the bike rental. And then if you see here, this is the start of the 5K because you can run a 5K on your vacation to Castaway Cay if you find that fun. Not for me though. And they also have tube rentals. And I just saw where the tram drops you off. This is the cabana guest check-in if you booked a cabana ahead of time. Then on this beach, when you come over here, is Pelican Plunge. You need to be at least 38 inches to ride. But look, they have a water slide, 2 water slides, some like splash showers, the bucket that dumps water all over you. That's awesome. Walking down, then we have the Spring Leak, which is like a big splash zone area. Walked further down, and there's a sandbar, kind of like adjacent to the Pelican Plunge. And then behind that is Cookies 2 Barbecue, which is the same as Cookies over there, but it's just closer for here. It's open from 11:30 to 2. They have ice cream here. Here at Cookies and Cookies 2, you have barbecue, but it's mostly like just like cookout style barbecue because you have like different types of salads, you know, like cold salads, and then you have like burgers and hot dogs. But then there's a couple of like barbecue things like chicken and ribs and like beans and corn. So it's all like this. And then where we're going to over on Serenity Bay is going to basically be this. There's going to be like a couple of little differences. So now if you keep walking down, you will hit the adult section, Serenity Bay. They said it's about like a 20-minute walk, so you can just go back on the tram if you'd like, and it'll take you there, and we're gonna do that because I'm on vacation, and I don't feel like walking. Have made it to Serenity Bay. It's very quiet over here, and I'm so glad we took the tram. That would have been a very long walk. It's literally the path of the 5K, which this is only the halfway point of the 5K. Oh my god, I don't know how people do that. Over here when you first come in is Cabana guest check-in, and then we have this really cool plane photo op. When you first enter Serenity Bay, on the left is Serenity Bay Barbecue. It's open from 11:30 to 2. And when I was like getting all of my information about coming to Castaway Cay and Disney Cruise, I spoke to a cast member on the phone. And they were like, this is where you should come for lunch. So we'll check out what it looks like when they open up. After that, we have the Windstock Hut. This is where you can rent bikes, floats, and tubes. Walking toward the beach, we have the Castaway Bar. This is a full service bar, and it has some seating, but there's really not that much, but it's on a nice deck. And here is Serenity Bay, the adults only beach section. It goes all the way down there, and I think down there as well. Here is a better view. It is so beautiful. The water is so clear and blue. So yeah, it actually only goes to a little bit over here. Oh no, it goes all the way down there because I see a volleyball net past that lifeguard. Oh my gosh, this is so gorgeous. I'm gonna get myself a chair and enjoy this. Got myself a chair, and this sand is like so beautiful and nice. Not like the New York beaches at all. There's no like big shells or anything. There's a few shells, but like it's so soft. I can't wait to put my feet in this beautiful ocean. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it is gorgeous. It is the most perfect temperature. It's not freezing, it's not hot, and it's so clear you can see everything. Again, very different from New York beaches. I haven't been in this kind of ocean in over 10 years. This is absolutely gorgeous and stunning. I am just like so happy to be here right now. We personally didn't book any excursions, but they have so much to do here. They have the stingrays, they have like the banana boat. We just felt like everything was either, well, first of all, a lot of things were booked by the time we were able to book things. And then by the time like we were looking at everything that was left, it all seemed like a lot of like effort. And we've been working really hard on this cruise ship trying to cover everything. 11 videos in 4 days is quite a lot. So I decided to say I'm not doing any type of excursions, any type of activities, and we are just going to enjoy this beautiful ocean. time for lunch at Serenity Bay Barbecue. Let's take a look at what's here. We have some, pasta salads, macaroni salads, all cold items. Over here you can pick up hot dog and burger buns. We have corn on the grill. There is ribs here, and then you can order a burger or a hot dog. There's marinated ribeye steak. That's what the cast member I spoke to said. He said, this place has the ribeye steak. You want to come here. And then they have Cajun spice rotisserie chicken as well. We have a little sauce station, some hummus, tzatziki, garlic aioli, and then a fruit and dessert station with some fruit, cookies, brownie, and whatever that thing is in the back looks good. And some chips. So the food is super standard cookout, grilled food. Everything though tastes like very good overall. The hot dogs are surprisingly our favorite. They're grilled really well. It has a lot of good flavor to it. The burgers are standard grilled burgers. The ribs are pretty tasty. It has some good flavor on it. It has like a tang. There's extra barbecue sauce if you need over there. The chicken is pretty plain, but put a little garlic aioli on there. It's very, very good. And then the steak is it's just a very thin piece of grilled steak. There's really nothing much to it. It's not terrible, but it's not like when the guy this to me over the phone, he was like, oh, and you get like steaks there. And I thought like we were actually gonna like get steaks. This is expected almost more than that. That's why I was like, oh really? I've never heard anything about getting steaks on Castaway Cay. So it's not steaks, it's just like thin, like grilled steaks, but it's pretty good and everything tastes, really good here. Took the tram back to Pelican Beach because we really wanted to do the Pelican Plunge, the water slide. So you have to go in the water first to then get to it. I'm so excited. From my mistakes. I forgot to take off my glasses and they are gone now. They're gone. They fell off my face. Forgot to take my hat off. My hat's soaking wet, but I put my name with the lifeguard. He said glasses fall off every day, so we put our name in stateroom, and at the end of the day they like go snorkeling for sunglasses. I'm like, dude, it's the ocean. They're probably gone, but I'm gonna hold out hope that I get them back. I really like those pairs. So be smart, don't be like me. Take off your glasses and your hat and really hold your nose, because when the water gets up your nose, it's salt water. It's not like a pool, and I'm suffering right now, and there's water in my ear. I'm getting too old for this apparently, or I don't know what's going on. But that was painful, and I had so much water up my nose right now. I'm gonna go head back onto the ship and get ready for the Little Mermaid show, the new reimagined Little Mermaid. I'm so excited. It's an hour show. It's at the Walt Disney Theater at 6, and then we have our last dining at 1923 in the Roy Disney section like we were this morning. So and then we'll see what the night takes us, but I had a great time on Castaway Cay. It's absolutely beautiful here. This was such a huge bucket list item for me to do. I will say I don't understand why there's only towels here and not there, because like they can be used like very quickly and get gross. I don't understand how they just don't have more. That's really like my only complaint. Otherwise I think it's beautiful. The food is super basic cookout food, nothing really special, but nothing is wrong with it. But it's beautiful. There's lots of activities to do. The slide, maybe if you do it better than I did, is really fun. Normally I like a slide, but that one killed me. And the adult section is just gorgeous and quiet, and I just got to spend it like with my husband, and it was really lovely. So if you are thinking about doing a Disney cruise and you're just like an adult couple, there are so many just places to go that's like adult, like the adult decks, but that is the reason to go, is to be in the adult section on Castaway Cay. It's so quiet and beautiful, and I had the most amazing time. Hey Goofy, hey Pluto! I love you, bud. Bye Pluto! Thanks for having us! Mwah!
So we just got back to our room, and I want to show you, because we got our letter on your last day here, you're going to get this letter. It's going to show you that they have added gratuities of $14.50 per day for each member of your party for 4 different people. It will be for your stateroom host or hostess, which is the person that cleans your room every day, makes your bed. Then your server that you have every night, because when you go to your rotational dining, it's the same server every night that you have. And then it's the assistant server who does like all of your drink stuff, and the head server. So it's going to show you the breakdown of what everybody got. And then there are going to be like 4 tickets like this so that you can break apart. I'm just blocking my information, and that way you put each slip of ticket into an envelope. And then if you would like to add more to your gratuity, which is generally recommended and what would be in line with other cruises, they recommend if you do cash to give it directly to your server. So we're going to bring all of our server tips to our dinner tonight to give directly to them. You don't have to give it directly to them. If you leave it in the room, it will be distributed to them. Or if you already like did your dinner and you are doing this afterwards, you can give it to guest services, just if you want to be extra careful with cash. But they did say for the stateroom host that you can leave it in the room. They're also going to give you some luggage tags, and on your luggage tag there's going to be a character. I have Pluto, and that's important to know. You're going to fill this out and put it on your luggage, and you're going to have to leave your luggage outside of your stateroom door by 10:30 p.m. tonight, the night before you get off the ship. Then tomorrow, the day that you are supposed to disembark, you get to go to breakfast one more time. They assign you a location to go to breakfast in your Navigator app. We're going to go to 1923, and they are going to start calling characters out. So there'll be like Mickey, Pluto, and that's when you get to disembark from the ship. You can't just leave when you want. You have to wait until your character is called. Then if you're like me using Disney ground transportation, which is something you can additionally purchase as you're booking your cruise or checking in, you will have to find a guest service person, show them your stateroom card, and they will tell you where to go. Take your luggage with you, and then you're out of here. There was a glitch in the system, I'm going to tell you right now, because when I was checking in, they said that they still had that service where they will take your bags and check them into your flight and put them right on the flight for you. And I just called guest services, and I'm so glad I did, because they said we haven't done that since like December 2019 or 2020, and it hasn't come back yet. So I'm glad I called, because I was expecting my bags to go right onto the airplane. And that would have been really bad. So they're not doing that. If you see that, it's a glitch in the system, or call Disney guest services and double check. But as of right now, that's what they told me at time of recording. So I'm just gonna take ground transportation, go to MCO, Orlando International Airport, and go home from there. So I'm really glad I got back on early. It's like 3:35. I'm gonna shower, get ready, and then I'm gonna pack now, so that way we don't have to rush later and we can do more things after dinner. Finally heading into the Walt Disney Theater for the first time. Last night when we were gonna go see Thor, it turned out that last showing wasn't in. Hello, thank you. It wasn't in this theater, and it's so pretty. It turned out to be in the Wonderland Theater, so we went in there. It is so beautiful in here. I am very much looking forward to this show. It is a reimagined version of The Little Mermaid, and I don't really know what else there is about that, but there's a giant treasure chest. And actually, we ran down. It's like, this is a 4:30 show because their 3 o'clock show, I think something happened and they had to stop the show. And they adjusted the times for tonight, so we decided to come earlier and then go back up and pack and then go to dinner. But it's so beautiful in here. I don't know what the house count is, but definitely a lot of people can fit in here, and that's why it's really empty right now, because like this was like a last minute announcement overhead to that the show was going to start now. There is no recording during these shows. It's like a Broadway style show. It's only an hour though, but look, you can see this when you first walk in, the treasure chest, and the projection of the sea looks amazing.
I want to be where the people are. Ooh, a thingamabob, a human.
I'm shipwrecked. I'm saved. I love her.
I love him. I want legs.
I want your voice. Tracy's.
Okay.
I've got your tongue. I'm gonna kiss the girl. Whoa, whoa. Wait a minute. Where's that voice coming from? I'm enchanted. Let's get married to the schoolgirl I just met.
No way, broken necklace. Now it's just
Okay, let's talk about the Little Mermaid show. So this is a reimagined version of the classic Little Mermaid from Disney. Here's what's reimagined of it. First of all, it's the costume. She's not in like her traditional Ariel costume, and it was beautiful. And most of the costumes are basically along the lines of that. Well, they all are in certain ways. And basically now she has like this cute little crop top thing with a like high-waisted skirt that looks like a Little Mermaid thing, but it's not like a costumey. It looks almost like clothes. And then when she becomes like human, her costume kind of changes. Like it you can like pull it off, and then she has these like leggings underneath. It's very cute and done very well. The use of projections are really wonderful. They even utilize like the sides of the theater to project, which I really enjoyed. And they even at one point brought down a scrim in the front and did like wave projections during a scene change. I really liked that. And the thing is about this show that I found like a little weird was that the adult characters, like there was like, so Sebastian and Scuttle were played by adults. And first of all the performers were wonderful. They were wonderful. And the girl that plays Ariel, fantastic. She's going to have an incredible career. But what was weird is that those were adults, but the other adults, like Ursula and King Triton, they looked like the same age as Ariel and the rest of the cast. Like they all looked like they were 22. They were all wonderful. There's nothing like wrong with them, but it just like felt like kind of funny because, you know, they're supposed to be, you know, different. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed it. I really liked the other part that they reimagined was kind of fixing the parts of Little Mermaid that like people really don't enjoy, which I'm one of those people, which is how she wants to give up her whole life for a man. They changed some of the text in the play to make it that it's more about her just wanting to live on land because she feels more comfortable, that she feels more like herself on land than in the sea. And I really love that moment in the play, and I really like that change because now it's not about Eric, that why she wants to leave. It's about her. And I thought that was really incredible. I really encourage you all to take a moment out of your day to see the show. I think it's only going to get better and better. It kind of, the puppets and the costumes and the set like kind of remind me a lot of the Finding Nemo musical over in Animal Kingdom, but everything is done super, super well, and the performers are wonderful, and the puppets are adorable, and it's like Under the Sea is such an incredible performance, incredible time, and the entire show is, but that was the standout moment. I think you're going to really enjoy it, so I highly recommend you taking an hour out of your day to see The Little Mermaid. Back in the Grand Hall because we are heading into 1923 for dinner this time. Again in the Roy Disney section. Once again, this restaurant is inspired by Walt and Roy Disney, and it's like an Art Deco style restaurant, and there's animation all over the place and some props. So definitely take a moment and walk around to see everything. Maybe at the end of the dining when like there aren't 1,000 servers like running around with food, but there are some really beautiful pieces in here. I just came out of dinner, and there are so many friends in the Grand Hall. Pluto, Minnie, and Captain Minnie and Captain Mickey on the stage. There's Goofy, and then a very special surprise. Fairy Godmother is here. I love getting to see her, and this is the first time I've seen her on the entire time I've been on here. So this is very, very special. I'm so excited. I finally get to meet Captain Minnie. I waited 4 days to finally meet her. I've seen her obviously in some other costumes, but I really wanted a picture with her in her captain's uniform since this is her first ship as captain. I'm so happy I finally met Captain Minnie. I felt like it'd be so rude not to say hi to her on her first ship. I told her how like happy and proud I was of her that she made captain finally, and that I loved her outfit as captain. I think she looks super snazzy. I love her so much, and I'm so happy that I got to meet her. Well, my dudes, I think meeting Captain Minnie is the perfect way to end my 4th day on the Disney Wish and my 4th and final Disney daily vlogging videos. I had an absolutely wonderful time here on this ship. I think it is incredibly beautiful. I am so happy that I was able to do the 4-night versus the 3-night because, again, I had a booking in June and then they changed the first sale date to July, so everybody who booked in June got 50% off. So I was able to switch from a 3-night cruise with a stateroom in the middle of the ship with no windows to a 4-night with the veranda. And honestly, this has been like a dream come true. I will say I've been working like a mad woman though to create all of this content in 4 days because we really did more than like normal people within that amount of time. We are exhausted. We did know coming into this that it was going to be probably like 70% filming and getting the content versus the vacation being 30, but it turned really into 90-10, maybe that. So I want to just say, if you did enjoy all of these Disney Wish videos and, you know, the full tour, the room tour, all the dining reviews, the daily vlogs, please consider joining the Patreon. You get exclusive bonus content, including bonus lives and a free dining guide to Walt Disney World by Disney for Foodies that gets updated as long as you stay a patron. And you'll help continue bringing great content to this channel. Every donation goes right back into the channel. So if you have been liking my videos for either the Wish or anything, please consider joining. It would mean so much and help out the channel quite a bit. My final thoughts on the Disney Wish, I may do more videos talking about it. I don't know yet. I have to see how I feel. I think this ship is gorgeous. I think one of my followers actually came up to me during this and said, because she's been on all of the Disney, or almost all the Disney cruises, and this is my first, she said the highs are really high, but the lows are really low. And I can completely agree with that statement. For me, the highs of this are all of the IP. I think if you have a kid, this is the cruise to bring them on for like a Disney cruise. The Oceaneers Club is wild. I wanted to hang out there the whole time. Even the teen clubs looked really great. And I spoke to my server and he agreed with me because he has worked on every ship and he said this one is the one for kids. However, here are the lows. The pools, they're really small. Even the adult section, really small. I never got inside that infinity pool because it was just too crammed and I didn't want to be on top of people. And I just really don't like the fact that you're just like sitting in the pool. So, you know, someone has told me that the other ships, they're bigger, you're kind of able to swim a little bit. So those are the two biggest ones. And then on top of it, the waiting the 2 hours for Hyperspace Lounge, I hope that is fixed by the time, you know, even the next cruise happens, because that was really insane. And honestly, I was a little underwhelmed by it. It really, my husband said it felt like a screensaver that was a bar, and I kind of agree to a point. I think the theming is well, because it looks like the rest of Batuu. It flows with the storytelling that Disney is doing with Batuu. However, I think I'm comparing it too much to Oga's, and also the hype before this was like a lot, and so between the hype and knowing how much like fun it is at Oga's, well, with DJ Rex and the Cantina song and drinks like the Fuzzy Tauntaun, you know, I think that this was kind of a letdown, but it's still very nice. But I would never wait 2 hours to get in there again. I would just go to open house, take some pictures, and then go have a drink at the Bayou with beignets. You can get beignets there, and have music. Like, I had way more fun at the Bayou than I did at Hyperspace Lounge, which is a little upsetting. But I'm glad I got to experience it all. I think that the IP stuff is really the best part of this cruise. It's definitely more geared toward that than actual like cruise. I honestly, here's my opinion on the food. You know, this cruise is so expensive. This is the most expensive Disney cruise. Is it worth it? That's up to you ultimately, but all I know is I'm really glad I didn't end up paying full price, even though I had a wonderful time. The food, and it's mostly because of that. You know, when we went to Enchante, which was an additional cost, that was wonderful. When you buy the drinks, which are an additional cost, they're wonderful. But everything that is included is not wonderful. You know, I had a couple of really nice appetizers at the rotational, and, you know, the ice cream anytime you want is fun, but the Marceline Market is very basic, and, you know, the quick service around the Deck 11, the Mickey and Friends, it's not good. It's literally like frozen pizza. It's just very much the most boring, basic stuff. And, you know, the fact is that all of the good stuff here, it feels like, for like food-wise, is extra. The good coffee is extra. Even that, like the good, you know, buying all the drinks, it all adds up. We had so much additional extra costs because those were the better things. So you're already paying a premium to be here, and then that happens. On top of it, I'm gonna tell you right now, I found out that the concierge lounge is definitely what they are catering to. They have a whole deck to themselves, and like multiple decks, and they have bigger pools, and this is what I'm told. I haven't seen it. And so it sounds like they're catering way more to that than they are to the regular guests, with the smaller pools and, you know, the lack of running trail. Like, what was that? Like, why would you have a running trail that you would have to go up the stairs and around and down the stairs, and then you would have to go back? So certain things just really don't make sense. But then again, those highs, the Oceaneers Club, like, again, this is the cruise for kids. Obviously, well, Castaway Cay is not, you know, specific to the Wish. That's any Disney cruise. And that was beautiful. The adult section was beautiful. But I don't know, like, there's certain, I think the entertainment here and the IP stuff is the highs, as that, you know, as I was saying, but like the lows are low. And I agree with that statement, considering the price. So it's ultimately up to you. I hope that these videos have helped you kind of decide if you would do the Wish, or help you plan your Wish trip. I feel like also in general, like, the amount of information we're given is really limited, and all the research and speaking to cast members on the phone, I'm getting misinformation. I'm not getting the right advice. When I missed Pirate Night, I was really upset because I had a 10:30 and I should have just kept it. After waiting 2 hours, not knowing that it was Pirate Night, not knowing when fireworks are, wasn't in the Navigator app, like, you're supposed to just know these things, and then finding out that it was, and then the cast member was like, oh, well, you're better going at 10. No, we weren't better going at 10. We were better going at 10:30 because we missed the entire show and basically all of the fireworks. I caught literally 30 seconds of fireworks. So again, like I've been saying, let my mistakes be your learning curve, and I hope all these videos have helped you along the way. Make sure to, again, to watch the full tour of the ship, the room tour, all the daily videos, and all the dining videos. Thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful Disney Wish. I mean, it truly is beautiful. I did have a magical time, even though the majority of what I was doing was working, because I did a lot of work in the short amount of time that I was here. I covered way more than I think a normal person would. So I hope that I was able to show you everything so you can decide what it is you want to do when you come on the Wish, because it's only a 3 or 4 night cruise, and there's a lot to do in very little time. So I'm glad I got to enjoy a little bit of it, because I will say, again, I was working a lot, so it was hard to really enjoy everything when you're working constantly. But, you know, I'm so grateful to have been on this. This is my first Disney cruise. This is like an incredible, beautiful place. And I think no matter what, you will have a great time on the Wish, because it's beautiful and it's brand new, and there's just like so much to do. And I think the IPs are where it's at on here. And this, if you're gonna take your kid on a Disney cruise, I would say this one. Just from my knowledge of the other ones, this is it. So I'm gonna end this here. Thank you again for joining me on the Wish. Make sure to check out all the videos out, or ones they have to come. I don't even know what time it is right now, or what I'm doing, because I am finally feeling seasick on the cruise as we are booking it back to Florida, because they're going extra fast, and I just had to go get some Dramamine. So I'm gonna head to bed, and I'm gonna leave the boat in the morning at 9 o'clock to catch my flight home. But I hope you've enjoyed everything. Thank you so much for watching all these videos. If you did like the videos, or this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit your bell notifications so you don't miss anything that comes on this channel. Follow me on Instagram at Magical Hijinx. Be sure to check out my Patreon. Become a patron. You'll get exclusive bonus content. You'll be helping me to continue breaking great content here on this channel. And until next time, my dudes, I hope you guys get into some hijinks very, very soon. I'm really sad to be leaving this beautiful ship. But until next time, have a bye.